see. Now we're live. Okay,
Well,
so good afternoon, Defter.
good afternoon. How are you, Mike?
How are you?
I am tired. I am sleepy, but
Okay,
I am
so
here.
we well, yes, it's very hot here today. I think it's 35 degrees. So
Wow, really?
that's one of the
Not
advantages of
here.
living in Spain.
I live
Yeah.
in a cave house. It's not a cave house, but the walls are around 1 meter width. And well, here is always fresh.
Mm. Well, that's better for you.
For the summer, yeah, of course.
Mm. Yeah.
So what's the topic
Good, good,
for
good.
today?
Well, today we are going to look at something called shrinkflation.
Hey, dude, you are transmitting
Have you
on
heard of
medical
that before?
yellow. Oh. Uh, Shrinkflation.
Do we edit
And
it?
what's that? What's that?
Yeah. Well,
Mike,
but
you are
basically, over the
1 minute,
past
Mike.
year and
But
a half, maybe 18
we are
months.
I think we are transmitting on the wrong channels.
Yeah.
You need to add yours, not Médicos del Cielo.
I've got one of mine. Yes, I have one of mine.
Which
YouTube,
one?
my one. The middle
Okay.
one with the cat.
Okay, so I am living here and okay, tab,
Okay.
and I am adding
Oops.
my YouTube.
All right. Well, we just lost 7 people
Yeah,
because
but
there were 7 people on the channel.
sorry, I don't want to use the Médicos del Cielo channel for that
Okay.
right now. But now I am using my 2 channels of Facebook and YouTube, and your channel of on
Uh-huh.
YouTube.
All right, because
Okay,
Dulce Peña
let's begin.
put a comment. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, well, just a slight mishap there on on the start. So let's talk about shrinkflation. The past 18 months, whenever you go to the shop, the packaging which people are using is normally the same size, but what is different is the product inside the package is actually smaller than you're used to. The packaging is the same, but the content is smaller. So that's called shrinkflation because shrink is to make smaller.
Uh-huh.
In fact, there's a good film if you want to watch it. It's called the Shrinking Man.
Yeah, I remember that. Poor man.
Yeah.
He was coming
Yes. Yeah.
little.
Yeah. So that unfortunately this is what's happening to our food. So they're using the same packaging, but they're making everything smaller. So there's bigger gaps in the packaging. And it's a conscious effort by companies to make more profit or to increase the margin. Um, so the margin is basically the amount of money which they make.
Mm-hmm.
So they're increasing their margin by reducing the content of the packaging.
So
So
let's see if
what
they
what
are using
have you
less.
noticed that on anything?
Excuse me.
Yeah, have you noticed it in any things that you buy?
Is shrinking.
Hmm.
You are getting less and less and less for the same or more and more money.
Yes, that's right. Yes. So, um, so the people, the producers, so the people that make the raw material, they are not getting paid more. The people that are getting paid more are the distributors.
Uh-huh.
So the distributors include people that take the product from the producer and take it to the shop, but also the distributor is the shop as well, because all they're
Mm-hmm.
doing is distributing. They're not making any. So you have in Spain, you have uh, two lots of distributors before it gets to the shop. So both of those make money, and then the shop makes more money. So for instance, if you buy cucumbers in the shop, it, today it's about €1.50, but the producer only receives 10 cents a kilo, and we end up paying €1.50, around that, €1.50. Um, so this is a way of increasing the margins um, directly on the producer, but they're also doing it to us, the customer, by reducing the content of anything which is sold in a package. So
So
where you may have a package for 150,
you pay the same, but you obtain less.
yeah. So where you may have had a packet of 150 grams of something, say salmon, now you may be receiving just 125 or 100 grams for the same price or more. Do you think that's fair?
I was in a Chinese shop and they have one blister of cheese
Mhm.
containing only 4 slices of cheese.
Uh-huh.
So I was thinking the plastic itself is more expensive than the cheese they are containing.
Yeah, yeah. Well, yes, but in actual fact, the plastic is very cheap. That's why they use plastic packaging everywhere. Um, so this is well, this practice though I think is very unfair, and well, you can say that it's looming, it's approaching or imminent. That I think in the end, consumers will start to change what they buy as a
Hmm.
result, because, like you say, the cheese four slices in a packet is not it's not actually very effective for um, the consumer or neither the distributor, the shop. I don't think it's going to create a relationship, a good relationship between the consumer and the shop. So maybe we need to change our approach to buying Um, and
Yeah, one thing with that is that we used to consume the vegetables and things that were produced in our area and in the
mm,
season
yeah,
that they are produced. And now we are consuming things of every place and every time. And this is taking down all the local producers or producers because they
yeah,
can't compete with price.
yeah. That's right. But the thing is, it's not fair competition. So um, fair competition is well, what? Let's just wait for this to come up. So fair competition is the people that are sending products to the shops. They should be receiving no money, financial aid to do so, but they are. Because if you look now in the shops, for instance, if we take oranges, you'll see oranges from Morocco and South Africa. Mm,
Yeah, but
it's physically impossible that they are cheaper than the oranges from Valencia.
yeah, but they are cheaper because they pay less salaries. They use pesticides that we can't use, and they
Mm, yeah,
pay less for jobs for all the labor needed to recollect them and grow them. Yeah, it's a problem.
yeah. Well, yeah, it is. Many farmers are now in Spain. They're actually either giving away the product or they're throwing the product away because they can't sell it.
Yeah, one
So
thing is that
there is
the
no fair competition.
the politics made all that supposedly easy with the PAC that is the Politica Agraria Común or the Common Agriculture Political. And this is paying money for the people that is maintaining the crops and doing the agricultural jobs. But as they are
Mm,
paying this money, they are putting their conditions. And this is what is causing all this damage because they are trapped.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's the problem. You see, the the European Union is not helping Spain. They're doing the opposite. They're actually reducing our ability to produce uh, fruit and vegetable competitively, and they're actually giving uh,
And
aid or help
there are
to
other stuff
Morocco.
like, yeah, Morocco as example, but it's not the only thing. Morocco, they import
Mm,
to Spain, or in Spain we import from Morocco, and you in the supermarkets you can see
yeah,
Valencia orange, but is from Morocco,
mhm,
and this is in a little tiny
yeah,
letters. No one reads. They only read
yeah,
Valencia orange or Valencia naranjas, Valencia.
yes,
So the thing is that
yeah. That's what we call small print.
we are under the direction of psychopathic persons that are harnessing all the politics, and all the countries in Europe, they are having no more sovereign over their decisions about production, agriculture, external relations, and all that stuff. So for me, this is a total failure of the European Union, and
Yep.
they are abusing us, and people are not getting the picture.
No, no, they're not. And I'm afraid the political parties in Spain are all happy to do this. So the latest thing, which Greenpeace, supposedly a ecological association, or what they've said is that Spain should stop watering the fields because we are wasting water by creating food. So the water that we use, they don't want us to use it to make food. And as agriculture is one of the main industries in Spain, that doesn't make a lot of sense, really. And no politician will denounce what's happening.
It's around in between agriculture and producing foods is like 18% of the total gross. All the.
That's called gross domestic product, which is GDP.
Gross domestic product. Okay. PIB. Gross domestic product. GDP. Wonderful.
Yeah, so we just refer to it as GDP. Yeah.
Here you use it like PIB.
Yes, that's it. Yeah.
It's Producto Interior Bruto.
Yeah.
And what else? Because this.
Well, a result of this then really is that the farmers all over Spain, it's what we call they are being squeezed. So that's it. So squeeze means exprimido. So financially, all of the farmers in Spain, whether it's to do with fruit, vegetable, or livestock. So livestock involves animals, any type of animal. All of these people are being financially squeezed. And unfortunately, the people, the public, shall we say, in general, are not aware of the problems that the farmers are facing. So what we as people need to do is help the farmers.
This is happening in all the world because now all the politics are psychopathic persons or having psychopathic behaviors. And this is why it's very important for us, people, normal people, to claim all that stuff and put our agendas, not follow the political agendas.
Yeah,
Because no one is
that's right.
gonna respect your rights, or no one is gonna give you credit or um, ask you for what is better for your life. You know what is better for your life, and you
Yeah,
must be very active to let them know what are the topics that are important for you.
yeah. Well, that's right. I mean, we have to have some scrutiny, so critical observation, and we have to tell the politicians this is what we're interested in. We're not interested in whether one politician has stolen more money than another one. That's not really of interest to us. Um, we have the elections next month, and everyone is avoiding the question of the farmers. No one's
Yeah,
talking about it,
yeah,
but
it's
they
true.
all want you to vote. Everyone wants you to vote, but they won't talk about the farmers and what's happening with how they're being treated by the shops in particular. So all of the
Mhm.
shops are abusing farmers by paying them 5 or 10 cents a kilo for anything they buy. And also, farmers are the 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 people that are in charge of cows and producing milk. Uh, they're not receiving anything. They have to throw milk away because the shops won't buy the milk. So again, everything is happening. That word squeeze, that everyone is being squeezed. All of the farmers are being squeezed, and the end result will be that we will not have enough food to eat. And yet, no one wants to talk about it for the elections, which I'm afraid is not acceptable.
And no one is
So what
no one is asking them.
yes, no, that's the worst thing about it. No one's asking because they don't care. Now everyone's attention is I want to go on holiday rather than let's help the farmers and stop the shops from abusing the farmers and the customers with their ridiculous prices. So let's see. Another new word here is perception. Is the way that something is understood or interpreted. Uh, Unfortunately, what I can see is that people are not even aware that there's a problem. So it's not that they have a perception one way or another. They don't have any perception because the mind is not critical. Go to the shops and see that tomatoes cost €3 a kilo when they should be €1, and they don't say anything. They just buy it. Um, one thing
Yeah.
that people can do, for
But
yeah,
people can go to Telegram and look for channels in which producers sell
yeah,
directly to the public.
yes, that's right.
Another stuff is don't buy things that are not natural in your region, in your season.
Mhm. Yeah.
Because if you want to have some cherries in winter, these cherries must be from
Mm.
the other part of the world, and this has a heavy
Yeah.
carbon foot carbon yeah carbon footprint, and
Footprint.
we need
Yeah.
to change our relation with all that stuff, not because the carbon, because the reality, because
Mm.
the thing is to eat the things you have at your hand, not the things that you bring from the whole universe. At what cost?
Mm.
Because these
Yeah.
costs
Well,
are
yeah, this is
usually
it.
not only in money. It's like the aceite de palma. The
Mm.
aceite de
Yeah.
palma is deforesting because it's one of the cheaper oils and very used in food, in processing food and restaurants in different places.
Yeah.
And they are growing palma forests, and they are taking down
Yeah.
the natural forests in places like Sumatra, as example. So the thing is, use the
Yeah.
oil you have nearby your your countryside, your place, in the place you live in.
Mm.
But most people are living in cities. This is in the cities.
Mm. Yeah.
Nothing grows. Nothing grows there because there are
Yeah.
not crops in the
Yeah. Yeah.
cities.
Yeah. Well, yeah. One example is avocados or aguacate. So avocados, um, they are grown in Spain, but we're buying them from Peru and South America, and we could buy them quite easily from Spain where they're being grown. But the shops are importing them from South America. So that's not uh, an efficient way of having the food chain. We need, like you say, we need to have things which are near us, not far
Yeah,
away.
yeah. Well, but for me, it's important to don't be like a Taliban on that, because the thing
No, no.
is to be reasonable all the time along the history. The man was bringing and taking in every place plants, animals, crops, and everything. So
Mm,
the thing is not use only the things you have here, or be, or use natural things. The thing is to have an idea and a common sense about what kind of society we want to live in, because in Western Europe we are living in, and in America, Australia, Canada, other places like that, England, we are living taking things out from other countries. We are mm, keeping them in a developed state, underdeveloped, just to allow us to
mm.
get the benefit of them places. So the thing
Yeah.
is we need to talk all about, and we need to make a big picture, having all the differences and all the stuff that is affecting us and the manner in which we are affecting others, and order all that,
Mhm.
not only because not only on the market filter, because the market is only money, it's
Mhm.
only about money.
Yeah.
and we don't have free markets at all because we have so much regulation. And this is one of the things we
Yeah.
started with the PAC and the politicals giving money to the farmers and the people that work in agriculture. This is the problem.
Mhm. Yeah. Well, so let's have a look then. So this a question for you. Um, when you see that some someone has produced something, what's your perception then of the brand or the product? What do you think when you buy a packet of something, you see, oh, half of it is empty?
I think they are ellos son unos cutres. I don't know how to translate that to
Yeah,
English,
yeah,
but for sure you can do that.
yeah. Yeah, well, there are colloquial phrases for them, but you could call them they're very tight, which is similar to uh, the agarrao.
Agarrado, bien
Okay,
codo,
so yeah,
los de Monterrey.
yeah, um, yeah. It doesn't give you a good impression of the brand, so
Yeah, but
I
they
wonder
need
whether
to
people
survive.
will
The,
continue.
the brand itself, as an industry, as a company, they need to survive. They cannot
Hmm,
continue selling things at a price that they can't afford. So I
hmm.
am not talking about they are doing great. I am talking about I understand that they are doing that because I will do that in the same position. The thing is that doing that, they are avoiding to higher the price of the things because they are giving you less. They are trying to
Well,
keep the price.
well, yeah, but they are actually earning more though, because they're actually
But
giving
we
you
are,
less, but
yeah,
they're
but they,
charging you the same or more.
yeah, I know. But the thing is that we are not talking about the problem. We are talking about the consequences. And we need to talk about the problem and the cause, the origin of the problem. And the cause
Hmm,
that becomes a chaos is that the central banks were giving money
hmm,
for nothing just to keep the system running, and now all this money is
yeah,
coming back as a boomerang, lowering
yeah,
the amount of goods that you can buy with this money, because this money is having a value that is less and less and less and less. So the thing is not that the
that's
prices
right.
are going up. The thing is that the value of the money is going down.
Yep,
And all that is because
and
they
that's called the
they
QE.
flood everything with money, with the
Yes,
famous
that's right. But
quantitative.
actually, yeah, that's it. So the quantitative easing though was really just for the very wealthy. So the inflation is created, um, well, during the first year of the pandemic. I think there were 50% more billionaires created because the money all went to the same people, not to
Mhm.
us.
Uh-huh.
So the inflation, we are the ones that are receiving the inflation, but not the billionaires.
But I want to, yeah, okay, but we are not going to win this battle about the money coming to us, because this is not going to
Mm.
happen. Never. The thing is
No.
to learn to operate and to live without money, because this
Yeah.
is the only
Well, as
thing
in
that
the
is
past,
give you
that's
freedom. If you can live
yeah.
without money,
So in that's right. That's barter. So you give me a cucumber, and I give you a tomato.
mhm,
That's the type of transaction that you can do, and that is is a good way of doing it if they allow us. In Australia, they're now yeah.
no, no, no,
In
go.
Australia now, they're actually not allowing people to grow food in their garden.
So the thing
So
is,
it's illegal to
the,
grow your own
the,
food.
the response for that must be that everyone try to grow food in the garden.
Yes, yes,
This must be the
yeah, yeah,
response. And if they put you in jail, okay, that's all. It's clear. But the thing is that they cannot put everyone in jail. And this is why they are trying to
yeah,
make you feel like you are in jail with all that stupid laws, because people is following
yeah,
them, and all that was with the help with the treatments that they dispense to everyone.
yeah, yeah, yes. That's right. It was that was really it was all about compliance. So they were trying to see how many people would comply. And unfortunately, it was a lot of people that complied, which is actually why the
That
European Union this
that
week has signed this digital COVID passport again.
yeah, the less people complained,
Yeah,
most compliance,
yeah,
less people complain.
yeah. So now they're introducing this passport again. Where I live in Alovera, we have 100 cameras for mm, not for crime. They say it's for vandalism.
Yeah,
So
they say
now
they are trying to install cameras here.
vandalism,
They say that is
yeah,
for our
um,
safety.
yeah, yeah. Um, well, I don't know if you've seen the videos of China where they have cameras everywhere and they have what access via cameras and QR codes to different areas in the city. So if you're a bad citizen, you don't get your QR code to move from one part of the city to another.
Wow.
And
Yeah, but
in England, in Aldi, in London, you need a QR code to go into Aldi in London. No QR code, no food.
wow.
So that's very sinister.
But it's sinister for the people that consent that and allows that to happen and continue living in a place like this? So the thing is to change your
but
environment, move to another place,
yeah,
live in the
yeah.
middle
Well,
of
yes, yeah,
nowhere.
yes and no. Well, but also though, something that people can do in London is they can just boycott the shop, because what will happen is
But
all of the supermarkets will introduce this QR code. Yep. So if one does it, all of them will do it, because all of these supermarkets are government preferred outlets.
uh-huh.
That's why when the pandemic happened, only the shops were allowed to be open, nothing else, because they're government approved. And the best way to hurt these shops is to boycott them, because they have fresh produce. So if you don't go shopping for 1 week, they'll have to throw all of it away.
Wow.
So really, it's about action. People need to take action. But first of all, they have to be awake to take the action, because
So
I'm afraid that too many
what is
people.
your action? What is your action?
Well, the action would be to uh, boycott these shops that start introducing, because now this QR code will be for everything.
Okay, but the I have one better is produce your own foods.
One better.
This is the total boycott.
Yes, you can to a point. Yeah, but you can do that to a point, but not everything, unfortunately. We can do that with. So it's a good thing to do, but you won't be able to do it for everything that you need to eat. So that's why real action needs to be taken by people. They need to stop walking around in a dream and wake up. So I think this is a test for humanity to see if they can actually see what is happening in front of them. That's what the test is.
Yeah. So the test was
But
wonderful.
we'll see.
We'll see. We'll see. Okay. We'll see another day, friend. The next
Okay.
week.
All right. We'll end. Yeah, we'll end up this broadcast, and well, hopefully we will be back online again next Thursday at around 6 o'clock.
And if you have questions,
Okay.
you can put your email or something so people can write you down, and we can talk about the topics or giving some answers to the questions of the people.
Yeah, definitely. But we can have a look at them next week if we get any questions.
But if you want
Okay.
the
Well, thank you,
people,
Defta, and
thank you. Thank you very much. See you next week.
okay. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.